Hey guys, Elliot Bive here from Fight2Unite here at Joslin's MMA in Hamilton, here with Professor Jeff Joslin, a man who's had a big impact on the Jiu-Jitsu scene in Ontario and certainly the competition scene. I think I haven't been in this place in maybe about 20 years.
Yeah, time flies, eh?
Yeah. So you actually, you were one of the first people running Jiu-Jitsu tournaments way back in like the late 90s, is that right?
Yes, we had a really successful karate tournament called the Joslin's Canadian Open. And my dad ran it for many years, and I was doing jiu-jitsu at the time. We were starting up, and there wasn't any tournaments to compete in, so we decided to run it initially on a Friday night just to test the waters, and we had about 80 people come out. And then next year we went and we tested on a weekend. There's like a 2-day event, 1 day karate, 1 day jiu-jitsu. And there was 300 people came out, and so all of a sudden we're like, I think we got 300 people in the gym here. So there wasn't much oxygen. There was a lot of sweat, we were pretty full. So then that's when we ended up going to the Sherwood Secondary School, and it just grew from there.
Awesome. And so you've been in the competition scene a long time. You've competed a lot yourself. What have you seen? Kind of, I mean, if you guys don't know, Jeff was actually in the UFC as well, so competing both in Jiu-Jitsu and in MMA. What have you seen the evolution of Jiu-Jitsu look like in Canada over the last 20 or so years?
It's been a fun road, you know. When we started, it was I think I started in '94, and I remember my first tournament. I was probably like a year in, and there was no belt divisions. I think I fought Carlos Newton on my first one. He was a brown belt at the time, you know, and I was just like 6 months of training. Right. And it was the Samurai Club was one of them was the team to beat. You know, they were like an army. And back in those days, you know, the learning was the internet wasn't like it is now. Facebook and all the videos and everything accessible. So you know, we had to learn from magazines. I remember Gracie magazines and. Learning from instructionals when they came out, and the few seminars that we had with the Gracie family and different people, and but we were hungry, and that generation of white belts at the time, you know, we were hungry for knowledge, so we did pretty good. We all learned and we competed. It was the same bunch of us fighting each other, and we learned the hard way. But obviously, what we did worked, because now the Jiu-Jitsu in Ontario has grown to in astronomical ways. So it's exciting to see all the guys that started back in the '90s still involved, and see familiar faces at the tournaments, and I'm proud to be part of it.
Yeah, awesome. And what are the kind of aspects of Jiu-Jitsu that you're most excited about that you've seen kind of flourish in that time?
Just the more opportunities for people to compete, and in my gym you see a nice mix too. You see a lot of people that are hungry to compete, and then other people that are happy to come in and get a sweat and roll, and many different ages, and you have men and women. We have a lot of women training now, so many aspects that excite me about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and martial arts in general. Just it gives people a positive way to get that energy out, and there's so many benefits, I think, in martial arts and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that transfer into our everyday lives, whether it's business or relationships, or everything seems easy once you're used to facing a person one-on-one in the mats or in the cage.
Yeah, exactly. And and that's part of the whole kind of intention behind Fight2Unite. Like, look what this does for your students, look what it does for basically anyone who's training Jiu-Jitsu. And it's people like yourself who run schools that provide the opportunity for people to learn and grow through this beautiful art that we got lucky to stumble upon. And so yeah, thank you for your contribution. What do you look forward to in the next like 5 to 10 years in your own school, in Ontario, in the Jiu-Jitsu world as a whole?
That's a big question. I think I just look forward to continuing to serve Hamilton. It's our 51st year here in the city, and I'm just proud to continue what my father built up, and feel very lucky to be able to live a martial arts lifestyle and never really never had a job that didn't involve punching, kicking, and choking people in a positive way. But it's, you know, I'm excited to see my team grow, continues to help others, and along with some of the great black belts that I have now helping me. Yeah, just seeing you know, our team grow, and you know, I try to give 100% to all of my students. You know, I try to continue to be here for, you know, our smallest one's 4 years old, all the way up to the people 60 plus. So just want to keep that going, and you know, see my students teaching classes and getting that same type of feedback from their students. You know, and they're doing a great job teaching classes. So just spreading knowledge. And on the scene, I think. You know, I think the guys that are running tournaments now are doing a great job running tournaments, and I'm excited to be continue to be part of that. And who knows, maybe one day we'll bring back the Canadian Open.
Ooh, that'd be
get some. We used to give championship belts to every single division winner, so that's something we would continue.
I gave mine away, unfortunately, so don't have it anymore. But yeah, that would be awesome. You know, thank you for everything you did for kind of sparking the Jiu-Jitsu tournament movement back in the day, and everything you're doing today. So you're going to show us the technique?
Sure. All right, guys, we're going to look at a technique that I like a lot. I really enjoy squishing my opponents with my passes. This is a weave pass. This comes off many different cases. This is just one set we're going to show from the knee shield. So you're going to find yourself in half guard, and your opponent's going to block you with his knee across your chest here. So what I like to do is I like this, once this knee's on top of this knee, that's the time to do it. So anytime you find that happening, this hand goes between this leg and grabs his pants. Now I like to grab the pants right here. Okay, sometimes if you grab the thigh, it gives him a nice, he can kick and break the grip. Sometimes if I grab the thigh, he gets more worried about the situation. When I just nonchalantly grab the pants here by the middle of his thigh, they're kind of snug here, so I would like to grab here, but this seems to be working right here on this gi. So I want to grab right here, fistful of gi. Now, that's going to make him, you know, if he kicks now, he's not going to be able to break my grip. And also I can pin his leg, so later on when I try to, you know, step out of this leg, he's going to be able to pin it on the ground. And again, I think it's less threatening. When I just touch there, you know, it's not that threatening. Now, from this position, I'm going to grab his collar. Okay, so this can be done with the sleeve, but I find the collar the best. Okay. From this position, I'm going to grab right by his collarbone. Some people, when they learn this, they just do it from here, they do it here, and I wouldn't go for it. If I get this position, I'm not going to go right now. I'm going to get right by his collarbone, okay? And when I do this at the same time, because as a defender, when I feel the person do this, my guard goes up to block, yes, and don't let the person grab your collar. So I grab these at the same time. Look, I might even do this one first of them. But I do it in a way that he doesn't be nervous about it, if the guy doesn't know the technique, of course. So I'm not like, I'm just here, and he gave it to me. Okay, now I'm in good shape, okay? He can push me away, he can do whatever he wants, but unless he breaks his collar and grip, he's gonna have a big problem. So now I wanna break his grip. He's gonna lock his feet together, because he knows I wanna get my leg out. So to break the grip, I wanna move his legs down first. He's very strong if he's up here. You see, he's very tight, not to mention he's gonna go for deep half, underhook half. So I want to bring him down. So I'm going to use my left knee to whack his leg this way. You see, so it becomes parallel. Now his legs are already weaker. This is keeping him back. Now to open his legs, I'm not just going to try to pry my legs out. I'm going to move my head to the left, and as I do, I move my right foot to the right. So I kind of swivel like this. And you'll see my right foot comes out from his legs, and my head goes this way. When I do that, my right arm acts like a wizard in wrestling, and it's going to straighten and break his grip open, okay? So you have to avoid the urge of going here and trying to get your leg out, okay? This way, you guys are gonna move this way, here, and you're gonna swivel your body and then wizard that leg and pop it. When I pop it now, as long as I'm turned this way, he tries to relock, he can't because of the pressure under his knee. Now I rest my elbow here. My right foot is almost out already. He's just gonna be trying to hook with his right leg. See, that's the last thing he has right here. I'm resting my elbow. I'm keeping this pressure. Avoid going back or it's gonna close again. See, you gotta do it again. So I'm gonna pop, and it's a little bit violent there. Now this hook, my knee's open wide, so I don't get rolled to the right. I'm gonna go here, and I pull it off my foot. Once I pull it off my foot, I'm gonna jump.
Now, he's gonna wanna turn to his knees and start to go this way, or he's gonna invert and go back to guard. Okay, I don't want that to happen. So to keep him flat, I'm gonna put the top of my head on his shoulder, here. And my weight is driving. If he turns, that stops him. Sometimes that's not enough though. He gets up on his elbow, and now he can invert or he can just make trouble for me there. So let's start again. Same time, look, I'm kind of close. Boom, collarbone, pants, top of the thigh. Here, move the body, pressure on the leg. Before I do that, I bring him low here. Look, here it doesn't work so well. Here, now. Now he's trying to lock again. Keep the angle of my head. Use the foot. Sometimes it takes a few times. Jump and put your head on the shoulder right away. He's gonna turn. Now, to stop the elbow from getting up, you wanna pull this as hard as you can. And that also makes it very uncomfortable. You see? And I'm driving my feet in like this. You're gonna feel the feet driving as you pull to your body, okay? So you guys can when you train this, get in this position and see if you can do anything about it. Now you walk past his legs, bring your knee to his hip and flatten with your head. Now, grab his head. Do not grab their head here. This is where they end up wrestling out, getting the guard back, creating problems. Flatten, then grab the head. Since I don't have a hand to lock, I grab the gi by the shoulder. Now I let this hand go underneath, knees close, live toes on the mats, and control here. Okay, so again, change the angle a bit. So from the back here, I get nice and low, collar, right by the collarbone, hand goes through, goes here, okay? So you're going to bring him down with your left knee, and then you're gonna move your body away. Watch my right foot when I turn and whiz it. Pops. Now I rest my left elbow, and I use this foot to hook the leg and jump. He turns in. I use my head and pull the collar. Walk, walk, walk. Knee to the hip, flatten with your head. Grab the head. See how I grab the gi? Not here. Not here. Right by the bicep. He tries to move his face. He can't. Now I can let go of the pants. Because this bottom leg is going to be the guard, sorry, the leg that's going to re-guard. My knees to his hip, his head's controlled, I can let go. Underhook, if you can. If the guy ever gets underhook, you lower your hand under his butt. He tries to move. When this arm's turned down, you're strong. When this arm's turned up, he's strong. Turn your arm down and get your points. And be ready though, now you're going to top spin as you turn. You're going to change sides. Okay, so one more time from the top. As soon as you find yourself in half guard, knee shield comes in, both these hands same time. Boom. Okay, from here I'm going to bring them parallel here, whizzer and twist, drop the elbow, hunt for his leg with your left foot. As soon as you're there, jump and get that crazy pressure right there. Walk, knee to the hip, flatten, grab the head, control, underhook. Knees come in, live toes, touching the hip, touching the shoulder, butt lower than your head. Now one detail that helps me a lot with side control is squeezing the elbows together. You can't see it, but you can feel it. Gable grip, squeeze this one and this one. Because what happens, normally you relax here and the guy escapes his butt and then he's always bugging you. Or this foot stepping on your collarbone and starting to bug you here, okay? So if you put a little squeeze both ways, he tries to move. I'm conscious of both directions here. See? Here. Another thing that can really bug him is you bring your body down and you put the shoulder in the throat instead of the jaw. So always bring it down, push it in, squeeze the elbows, and make him suffer in that position. A lot of guys halfway through the round, they might even tap out when they start to get a little dizzy because one of the arteries is cut off. So hope that helps you guys smash your training partners in the nicest way possible.
Awesome.